For video 7, I'm talking about the term poverty trap, which refers to anti-poverty programs that are set up in such a way that government benefits decrease substantially as income increases, which in turn makes it so there's not much incentive to work because there isn't much financial gain. Basically, it is talking about government programs that are set up in a way that the more money you make, the less programs you qualify for. And so in a way, you are incentivized to not make more money, to turn down raises, to not get a second job or a higher paying job. You're incentivized to stay where you are because you still qualify. I chose to represent this on a graph. It's not from any data, it's just kind of how I view it, where red represents the income, which increases over time, and blue represents the benefits, which decrease substantially. This thin line is the poverty line, which is often used to change who does and does not qualify for benefits. And so if someone was, say, here making a little bit of money but getting a lot of government benefits, but they were given an opportunity to be here, well, they might not take it because then they're going to be getting little to no benefits, not necessarily making that much more money. One example of this I saw in an interview many, many years ago, I couldn't find it, is from a nurse who's in poverty and has been offered raises multiple times but has to turn them down every single time because if she made any more money than she did in that moment, she would lose access to free daycare for her child. But all of these raises she was offered weren't enough to cover the cost of daycare that she was getting for free. So she just remained in poverty because it is what allowed her to afford as much as she could for her child in that moment, but it kept her in poverty. It trapped her there. It prevented her from growing at all. Again, I didn't have an opportunity to check back up on her, but assumedly she just had to stay in poverty until her daughter was old enough to go to public school, and she wouldn't need to pay for daycare anymore. But it's just referring to these programs that are set up specifically in that way, where it makes it hard to get out of poverty and therefore be trapped.